Hey everyone, that time once again. Thank you so much for stopping by the Final Cut as we take a look at a film that has some more familiar names to the Final Cut here. We're looking at the independent Western called Homestead. Now, Homestead is brought to us by Erland Hollingsworth, who wrote and directed this story about a family of four living out on the plains. They've got a small cabin and a lot of land, and they're trying to make the most of it during some difficult times. Well, a land surveyor shows up, and he wants to get an easement because they're trying to survey for possible train coming through the land. But not everybody thinks he's on the up and up, including young Irene. Well, her instincts are correct, because soon there are bandits on their doorstep looking for money that they lost, and a dark secret is revealed about one of the members of the family. And we see how this family try to survive these bandits while also holding on to their homestead. Yeah, independent period pieces. Tough to do because you need to sell the period that they're in. And I think they actually do a very good job of that here in Homestead. We have the costuming that was done well, felt like it was from the period, as well as the dialogue and the location. Though it was just one ranch and one cabin, it still felt like it was set in the time period it was supposed to be, and it really gave it that Western feel that you want with it. This feels like a true Western. So all of that really accomplishes the look, and once you get that into place, some other pieces fall into place as well. While the story is pretty straightforward and what we've seen before, there are a few little twists to it, namely with the characters that we get, and their performances really keep this thing entertaining. Brian Krause shows up as Robert, yet we saw him in Breakout, but here he's playing a little bit more on the level character, a guy who's in love with Beth and just trying to make the most of it. Even though the kids aren't his own, he's trying to treat them like their own. But Brian really plays a great layered character here, and I loved his performance and his chemistry with Jamie Bernadette, who plays Beth, the mom of the family. Always great to see Jamie on screen. Very talented individual, and that talent shows here. Had to get a little used to her having a southern accent, but other than that, I thought she brought some great heart and emotion to the role of Beth. And then Kavan Tonasia, and I hope I pronounced that right. If not, I apologize. Brian, he plays the brother of the group, the brother to Irene, and I liked him. He wasn't on the screen a whole lot, and he was actually the one that needed rescuing more than Irene, and I thought that was an interesting little change up on the normal trope that we've seen in Westerns. Usually the young daughter of the family is the one that gets in the most trouble, but Irene got some attitude to her, played by Betsy Slig, and I loved her performance in here. She was embodying like Haley Steinfeld from True Grit, showing some grit. She's the sharpshooter of the family. She's pretty badass, holds her own, yet you don't get that she's above and beyond being just a young kid as well. They do a great mixture here to where of balance, to where she does have that toughness, but she still feels like a kid. And I thought that's tough to pull off, but here they pull it off. As far as our villains go, they're all our kind of tropish bandits. You got the dumb one, the suave face man. You've got Dallas Page showing up. Oh yeah, as Lewis. Always great to see it when he shows up in here, having fun playing a villain. And we get a Mike Ferguson sighting yet again, playing Big Ben. Yes. And it was great seeing him and Dallas Page on screen together. And these villains, yeah, they're a bit caricatures, but you don't mind too much because of the story they're in and the setting that they're in. And the cinematography in here is fantastic for an independent Western. A lot of capturing of the beautiful landscape that they have, wide and medium shots. You can see what's going on, and the lighting and everything about it. So overall, Homestead is a decent modern Western from some indie filmmakers that I think if you like your Westerns, you're going to enjoy Homestead. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out our Patreon if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't subscribed already. Love to try to hit 2,500 subscribers by the end of the year, but we can only do that with your support. I thank you, and until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.